is officially Christmas time and you've decided you want to buy the drummer in your life a very special drumming gift for Christmas, but you've got no idea what to buy them and you don't want to buy the wrong thing. So that's why you're here at this video to learn from me, the #1 voice in the drums, tell you about what gift to get for your friend this Christmas. Let's go. Starting off with something extremely essential for all drummers, we have a drum key. Now this drum key specifically is the Evans magnetic drum key. This is a great drum key. I'm not going to bore you with too many features, but it does have a magnet inside of it, which means when you place it onto the tuner, it doesn't fall off. So you need to apply a little bit of force to take it off, but it just means that it won't get lost as easy. And these things get lost more than anything in any drummer's life, even more than their will to live. So that is a drum key, a really great gift for any drummer, regardless of where they are in their drumming career. Next up, we have a couple of products in a similar vein. So we have an LP sound enhancer with just some nice jingles that fit onto the snare drum to change the sound and add a little bit of extra texture. And we have the Meinl Ching ring, which has kind of been a staple for drummers for the past 5 to 7 years, whenever it was that they released this. This little thing sits on top of your hi-hats, it can sit on your snare drum, it can sit on your ride cymbal, and basically just changes the sounds, adds a little bit of an extra texture, can dampen the snare drum. These two gifts I would get for someone that already has an acoustic drum kit, because they can basically add this on as a little extra sound. If they don't already have a Ching ring, just go into their cymbal bag while they're not looking and double check. I know a lot of people probably don't have this one, so the sound enhancer is a good thing. But we have loads of this kind of stuff on the website, great little enhancers and little add-ons that people can use on their kit to be a little bit more expressive. Next up, we have a product from our friends at Snareway, which is a magnetic snare dampener made out of brass. Now, for as long as the drum has existed, apparently, drummers have been trying to take all the tone out of their drums by deadening them using tape, using wallets, sometimes using their phone. And this is a product which is basically for that solution. So what it does is it clips onto the rim of the snare drum, like so, and basically applies pressure to the top of the drum head. And this stops the drum head from resonating, giving you a much more choked, clean sound. And this is a sound which a lot of drummers try and get. It's a lot better to have something like this instead of your wallet or a little bit of tape. Tape looks really ugly for a start, and your wallet has got your cards in it and you don't want to lose it. I've had situations before where I've been having my wallet on the snare and smack the snare drum, the wallet flies in the air, change flies everywhere, there's chains all over the floor. It's incredibly stressful, whereas if I'd had something like this at the time, that would have got rid of all of my problems, because this is so heavy and it's magnetic, so it's not going anywhere, and it's going to deliver that dry snare drum tone every single time. Moving on, we have another essential item for basically any drummer ever if you're using a hi-hat, and that is a hi-hat clutch. This is the Tama QHC7, name rolls off the tongue. This is a great one, it's just got quick release bottom on it. But a word of warning, this won't fit every single hi-hat stand. So you need to double check what hi-hat stand the person is using. If in fact they do need another clutch, leave a comment down below if you're unsure. I'll answer that comment, or alternatively, you can send us an email to the customer service team at Gear4music, or you can ask at your local drum store just to find out exactly what hi-hat clutch is going to fit your hi-hat, because the worst thing is you don't want to be opening a present like this on Christmas morning and go and put your new fantastic Tama quick release hi-hat clutch to realize that it doesn't fit on the hi-hat pole. Otherwise, absolutely great present, just make sure you double check. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with the volume of drums and cymbals, and it can be a real bugbear for a lot of drummers out there that just want to practice without getting shouted at by the neighbors, by the dog, by your nan, by your granddad, by your sister, by your second cousin on Christmas Day, when all you're trying to do is play some absolutely fat beats. Well, the solution would be something like this. So here we have the Gear4music low volume cymbal pack, and this is basically a brass cymbal which has had millions of holes drilled into it to make it quiet. We have a ride cymbal, a hi-hat, and it also comes with a crash cymbal as well. And it's so quiet, look, I can just play that and I can talk. If that was a ride cymbal, you wouldn't be able to hear me at all. You'd be like, oh my God, I can't hear what he's saying. I just want to find out about all these fantastic products. These are extra quiet. The hi-hat's extra quiet as well. It's a really good gift for anyone. Also, if you have a drummer in your life who's using an electronic drum kit and wants a real cymbal feel, these are a great idea to pop on to the electronic drum kit to give you a more realistic cymbal feel when learning to play the drums. I am aware that one of the main worries for parents when their children are learning to play the drums is hearing protection, looking after the ears. Looking after the ears is one of the most important things that you can teach as a drum teacher, because your hearing doesn't last forever. As you get older, your hearing tends to deteriorate, and playing really loud drums in a really loud room with really loud amps is only going to make things worse. So hearing protection is a real essential, especially if you're playing acoustic drums. And if you're playing electronic drums, just turn it down a little bit, because playing loud music through earphones for a long, long time is more than certainly going to damage your hearing. Now, the ones that we have here are the Alpine Musicsafe Pro. I have used these. These are absolutely great. You've got 3 different types of protection. So you get the general earplug, and then you have an insert that goes inside the earplug, which basically changes the level of protection that you have. So the lower protection is still going to provide some protection from sound, but it's also going to let more sound in. Same for the medium, and then the high is going to let a lot less sound in, but you're going to be more protected. Sometimes when you're wearing ear protection, it can be difficult to hear the things that you want to hear when playing music. So just moving down to one of those lower ones, you're still going to have much more ear protection than you would do if you weren't wearing earplugs, but you're going to be able to hear what else is going on around you, which is a great one. Real essential gift for drummers. It can also be a bit of a funny joke as well, getting someone hearing protection. And I think it's definitely something to think about this Christmas for the drummer that you love. Now, if the drummer in your life is very, very serious about their craft, then they're probably going to have a practice pad. We have a huge range of practice pads available at the Gear4music website, and I'll link that down below so you can go through all of those practice pads. A lot of practice pads all do the same thing. Basically, what they're trying to do is emulate the feeling of playing a drum, but it's a little bit more practical because you don't have all the sound of a drum kit. You practice your rudiments, your right, left, lefts, your right, left, lefts, your right, left, lefts. You know, your paradiddles, your paradiddle-diddles, your flammadiddles, your ratamacues. You know, all these nonsense words that all these drummers love and love to play, you use a practice pad for it. This is the Winston dual pad practice pad that also attaches to your leg. So basically, if you're a drummer, you can pop this in your backpack. You can go traveling around the world, wherever you want to go, on holiday, somewhere nice, sunny Greece. And, you know, you wake up in the morning and you have your nice coffee, a nice little bit of sandwich or whatever, some cheese, maybe a little bit of ham, and you sit there and tap away. Nice and quietly. You don't have to bring a snare stand, and you're there, flam tap. Just like enjoying it, enjoying the scenery, because you've got yourself a little travel practice pad. Winston isn't the only company that does one of these. Also, Meinl do one, and I think a couple of others do them as well. So you can have a look. Other companies do exist. But yeah, just have a little look, see what works in your price. It's always great to get a little practice pad. If the drummer in your life doesn't already have a practice pad, pick one up for them. But if they do already have a practice pad, this is another great little fun tool that will be a nice stocking filler for them this year, and it'll bring them full of Christmas cheer. So I'm also aware that drummers and drummers alike love to represent the brands that they love with some great merch. So that's the next item. On the Gear4music website, we have tons and tons of merch from all your favorite brands, Zildjian, Meinl, Premier, Tama, all those good ones on the website so you can find something for them. Easiest thing to do is have a look at the drum kit they play, see what the badge is on it, and match it up to a t-shirt. They'll absolutely love that for sure. So we've got great stuff in the Premier lineup, like this fantastic trucker hat. You've got a nice, lovely white Premier t-shirt. We also do the same one in black as well with the Premier badge, which is the badge that you find on all the Premier kits. And also as well, we have a standard black t-shirt. Now, who doesn't love a black t-shirt? I know that I do. I'll be wearing black t-shirts every day. Cool. So that's the merch. Let's move on to the next item, which is kind of similar. So we've got bags. Now, every drummer needs a stick bag. This stick bag in particular is extremely fantastic. I would recommend, if you're gonna buy a drummer a present, this is one of the ones that I would highly recommend because it's the Vic Firth Backpack. Now the Vic Firth Backpack, it's got a nice little pocket here for a few different things. It's a backpack, but it's also a stick bag in a backpack. So you've got space here for all your sticks. I don't know, like 20 pairs of sticks you could probably fit in there. Stick those sticks in there. And this, oh my God, this also comes off of the bag. So you can take it completely, you can take it completely off the bag, which is really handy. And then you can mount that to your floor tom while you're playing a gig. It's a lot of zips to play around with, so bear me a second. So you can take it off and then you can have it as a normal stick bag on your floor tom. You've got all the stuff that you need to have here in the front. You've got 2 large pockets as well, so you can fit, you know, laptop, you can fit your music in here if you're a student. This is really perfect. I haven't actually seen this backpack before today, and I think I'm probably gonna buy one because it's got so much space in it. It's got the cool Vic Firth logo. It's got straps here. It's got a space here for your drinks bottle, which you can then tighten up so your drinks bottle doesn't go anywhere. All in all, a really fantastic item. And Vic Firth do a lot of this sort of stuff. So do Protection Racket as well. So like drummers' bags and that kind of thing is great. I mean, I think most drummers get to a point where they have a stick bag that they've had for like 10 years or whatever, and it gets all crusty and old. So a little stick bag refresh, I think, is always welcome, especially for most drummers. And a gigging drummer as well. Can't go wrong with the Vic Firth Backpack, that's for sure. Finally, we're taking things up a little bit of a notch here, probably maybe a few notches if I'm being honest. You're gonna really love the person you're buying this gift for, but it is a really great gift. Like if you're struggling to think like what to get them, if they've got all the drums that they need, this is a really practical gift. So this is the Yamaha EAD 10. The Yamaha EAD 10 is basically like one-stop shop in recording your drums. It's a hybrid drumming setup. So you get something called a module, which controls all the sounds and all the effects that you use. And you get a trigger. So the trigger mounts here to the bass drum, which basically every time you hit the bass drum, it triggers. And then you have 2 mics, and the 2 mics pick up everything here. What the EAD 10 allows you to do is record your drum kit to a really decent level like that. Like straight away, it's so easy. And you can plug the EAD directly into your computer. You can plug it directly into your phone. So if you're the drummer in your life thinking about taking up content creation, this is a great tool for them because they can just hook this up to their phone, play the drums along to music and create a video in seconds and then post that video out. You can also use this live for like an in-ear mix. You can use it. I have a friend that uses it just for wedding gigs. He doesn't bring any mics or anything like that. He just plugs his EAD 10 in and the EAD 10 goes straight through the front of house and you can hear the drums. It's a really, really powerful tool that's been out for a while now. And it would be a great present really for any drummer that doesn't have one already, because these have been selling like a storm. It's a great tool and a great addition. You can also apply effects to the drums. So when you're playing, you can plug the headphones in, you can add reverb to your drums, you can have phasers, you can change the sound of the drums. It's a really, really fun tool to have. It basically turns your acoustic drum kit into an electronic drum kit in some senses, and it's bringing acoustic drums and electronic drums together to create one thing. As I said again, if the drummer in your life is looking for to do content creation, or just wants to start learning how to record drums, or wants to be able to listen back to themselves, this is a perfect tool for them. Now, I've had a look at a lot of different things here. I really hope I've helped you in your quest to buy a drummer a gift. I know it can be very difficult. One thing I would always say is do not buy them drumsticks unless you know specifically what drumsticks you use, because every drummer uses very different drumsticks. And if you buy them a pair of drumsticks they don't use, they're probably never going to use them, because it's so personal to you. So I would avoid always buying them drumsticks. But any of these items on this list is going to be great for any drummer, that's for sure. Please leave me a comment down below if you have any questions about anything. More than happy to answer those. As always, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe so we can help you buying gifts for drummers in the future. Or if you want to check out some of the drum content we have on here, there's loads. I've been Theo with Gear4music Drums. Have a great day. Bye.